FDR, and the Black Cabinet. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was born January 30th, 1882 in Hyde Park, New York. FDR was from a wealthy aristocratic family and the cousin of Teddy Roosevelt, the 26th president. He was the 32nd president and the only president to be elected 4 times. He led the U.S. through the Great Depression and World War II and expanded the powers of federal government through a series of programs and reforms known as the New Deal.
This nation is asking for action, and action now. Our greatest primary task is to put people to work. Happiness lies not in the mere possession of money. It lies in the joy of achievement, in the thrill of creative effort, the joy, the moral stimulation of work. Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
FDR attended Harvard University and was a member of Alpha Delta Phi fraternity. During his last year at Harvard, he got engaged to his 5th cousin, Eleanor Roosevelt, and they married on March 17, 1905. He was diagnosed with polio in 1921 at the age of 39 and instituted the March of Dimes. FDR died April 12, 1945 in Warm Springs, Georgia, from a massive The Black Cabinet, first known as the Federal Group of Negro Affairs, African American advisors to FDR who focused on jobs, education, and equal rights for African Americans. They were supported by Eleanor Roosevelt and by mid-1935 had 45 African Americans working in federal executive departments and New Deal agencies. Mary McLeod Bethune was the leader of this new body, which consisted primarily of New Deal race specialists. They met every Friday in Bethune's Washington home and occasionally in Robert Weaver's apartment. Robert C. Weaver was the first African American to serve in a presidential cabinet. Bethune founded Bethune-Cookman College and the National Council of Negro Women. Bethune was one of the most well-known members of the Black Cabinet, and she was a Republican who changed her party because of FDR. Bethune was closely tied to the community and thought she knew what the African Americans really wanted. She was looked upon very highly by the other members of the cabinet, and the younger men called her Mom Bethune. She is a personal friend of Eleanor Roosevelt. FDR was so impressed with Bethune's speeches that he appointed her to the Division of Negro Affairs of the National Youth Administration.
This is the time for me to sit in great humility, with my head bowed, my soul looking upward, with a gratitude to a God who has made it possible for one like me to stand before an audience like this.